what's your favorite cover song we've ever released?
Favorite cover song?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I would say that, I don't know, that's tough. I would say, our Journey cover.
That's true.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
What are the other places you really like to go that you never thought you would go, and you said this just blows our mind?
Man, Reykjavik, Costa Rica.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, I would say Reykjavik was one of my top favorite. I mean, it's such a beautiful city, and
yeah, a lot of like Eastern Europe, like playing shows in Russia,
the black sand beaches in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Just hanging out there is awesome.
When you roll out each and every piece of music, video, art, will it all have the same imagery throughout? Like this is a piece of a giant puzzle. I mean, as I speak with you, I even look in the background and I see some of that imagery that you see from the video. The guitar prints look like the imagery I'm seeing right now. So will it be like this the whole way through? And will you expand on the meaning of some of this stuff?
I mean, it's an evolving thing. Like it's a living, breathing, organic thing, so we're like taking each piece as it comes out. And we're still in the process of tinkering with it and seeing what works and what doesn't work. And so I guess the short answer is all kind of, you got to wait and see.
Yeah. There you go.
Tim, let's get back to you. You went back to school and you enrolled in political science courses and sociology classes during this election, which I heard was kind of crazy. There were some tensions in this country. Why did you decide to do this? What was it like? How did it rub off on the music?
Well, what's interesting is we had finished a lot of the music before all this. And then by the time lockdown started, we had really done like a lot of creating at that point. Made the record, made a lot of songs. And when I was looking at what I wanted to do with all this time that we all of a sudden all had, I was sort of, the output part of me had already happened. And I was ready for like an input part, I had done the talking, I'd done the writing. And I wasn't ready to do more talking and more writing. And so I wanted to listen instead. And like school is something that I've always talked about going back to, one of those like, I don't know, like bucket list things that one day I would do. Of course, the band is a busy band and usually steamrolls over our calendars, So this was a perfect opportunity to do it. It made me sympathize with my own kids and their Zoom worlds of remote learning and that kind of thing, how tough that is. It was also a comforting place to be during what you said, a very tumultuous election, a tumultuous time in America, because you realize, like, especially in like a political science class or even like a sociology class, you realize like our country and humanity has been here before. Like this is not the first time this has all happened. This is not the first time history has been this tumultuous. We've learned a lot from it. There are scientists that study eras like this. They've seen this stuff before and they have answers for it. And so it was sort of comforting to like be able to turn the news off, jump back into my Zoom classroom with a bunch of students and kind of learn about, the inner goings on of like civil society.
Yeah. Was there one thought or idea that really blew your mind, that just really blew your hair back and you said, I never really saw it that way before?
It's funny. I'll try not to get into it on a long Zoom world, but I think, the idea that like citizenship and like all of us as humans, it's all self-sacrifice. At one point we were all cavemen that were just out looking out for ourselves and maybe just like our own close family. And at some point we decided to create villages and create systems that work, and for everything from plumbing to commerce, all these things. Each one of those things involves self-sacrifice. Each one of those things involve making a compromise to coexist with your fellow man. And like, if self-sacrifice and compromise is something that you think is foreign in your life, like think about what you do every time you stop at a red light. You sacrifice, you compromise with the rest of the traffic around you and wait there because it's not in your best interest to wait. You want to get to where you're going. Why would you wait? Why would somebody make me wait? But deep down, that it works. Deep down, you know that if I sit here and just be bored for about 90 seconds, if I can just sit here, everything is going to work a little more smoothly.
Right. Well, you understand the negotiation. The problem is Some people refuse to understand the negotiation and they do this. They put their hands over their ears. I'm not listening anymore.
Exactly.
It happens.
Exactly.
What do you want people to take from this album? That negotiation, maybe?
I mean, from this album, being a political punk band for the last, in the last 4 years, there's been a lot of low hanging fruit to sing about, a lot of easy stuff that we could have talked about on this record. But our band has never focused on presidents or administrations. This is now our 4th administration, I think, since we started as a band. So like we know now, like presidents come and go, parties come and go, and also our band is a global band. Like we spend as much time here in America as we do overseas. So you get to experience, society as a global thing, not just like our own thing here. And we've never focused on just one president or one person that's kind of making decisions at a time. We've talked about the symptoms of the disease, sort of like the ideologies that are still around now that were here before the last administration. And I think that part of that is what Nowhere Generation is talking about we can get caught up in these like partisan wars of, left and right and whatever. But what we're losing sight of is like how young people feel today, and how they feel about the future and how it's going to inform what they do with their day. If they don't believe in the institutions around them to like protect them and to help them carve a path towards a future, if they don't believe in those institutions, they're going to want to burn those institutions down, or they're going to want to reshape them or reform them, or they're going to disengage completely and do something dangerous and stupid, And so Nowhere Generation is talking about the roots of the issues that we're dealing with and like the real disease of what we're dealing, not just the symptoms.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.